I posted this on my Substack today, April 5th, 2025, the day of national protest against Trump. This is on my Substack, Lotus Sutra Buddhism.substack.com. As a Black woman, I'm sitting out today's anti-Trump protest, and I'm contemplating one Trump voter's regret. Remorseful Trump voters can't undo what they've done, but hopefully we'll learn from it. Mass hands-off anti-Trump protests are happening around the U.S. today. I'm taking the advice of many Black people on social media. Sit this one out, because when we protest in large numbers, we get hosed, tear gassed, shot with rubber bullets, and beat. Yesterday, out of curiosity, I searched for Trump voter regret. And I found a post by a man who said he voted for Donald Trump out of ignorance and regrets doing it. Now he fears for the future. He wonders what his young children will think of him when they discover what he did. He wanted to know what he should do now. Here's an amended version of my response. As a Black woman, I take a Trump vote personally. He was unambiguous about wanting to harm people like me and take away our rights. So anyone who voted for him has made it clear that they don't care about the lives of anyone who isn't him. You fear for your family. Now, the life of every Black woman, man, and child in this country is in even more peril than usual. The pre-existing targets on our backs have swelled to gargantuan size. So the white supremacists who don't hide the fact that they want us dead can hunt us more easily with the full support of the President of the United States. Latinos are being disappeared, snatched off the street and taken who knows where. Being a U.S. citizen isn't protection against their kidnapping. Trump repeatedly said he would do these things, yet you voted for him. What can you do? Ask yourself why you lack empathy. I am very angry at you, but I commend you for admitting what you've done, regretting it, and seeking advice about it. Be honest with your children. Tell them that you made a horrible mistake and apologize for helping to create whatever the world will end up being as a result of votes like yours. It's human to really F up sometimes. So show your children that the courageous thing to do is to own up to the damage you've caused and try to make it right, even though sometimes you can't. This lesson will serve them well when they do things that they wish they hadn't. Become active in the movement to prevent Trump and Musk from continuing to turn our country into an autocratic oligarchy. Perhaps, most of all, tell every single Trump voter you come into contact with what you've said here. Enlighten them. Turn the poison of your ignorance into medicine for yourself, for them, for all of us. And that's what I wrote. Here's a quote from a Buddhist text. Bodhisattva Nagarjuna, in his treatise on the great perfection of wisdom, says, "The Lotus Sutra is like a great physician who can turn poison into medicine." This quotation occurs in a passage in Great Perfection of Wisdom that explains the virtues inherent in the character Myo, or wonderful, of the Lotus Sutra. The great teacher Miao Lo remarks, because it can cure what is thought to be incurable, it is called Myo, or wonderful. That quote is from Nichiren in a letter titled The Daimoku of the Lotus Sutra. The Devadatta chapter of the Lotus Sutra tells the story of the Buddha Shakyamuni's envious cousin Devadatta. His burning hatred for the Buddha led him to try to kill the Buddha by rolling a boulder down a mountain at him and setting a mad elephant loose to trample him. However, in the Devadatta chapter, the Buddha revealed that Devadatta had been his teacher in a previous lifetime. The Buddha said, "The fact that I've attained impartial and correct enlightenment and can save living beings on a broad scale is all due to Devadatta, who was a good friend. Devadatta, after immeasurable kalpas have passed, will attain Buddhahood." In the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha taught oneness, the oneness of past, present, and future, and the oneness of all beings, things, and environments. He taught that the true aspect of all phenomena is enlightenment, the Buddha nature. From this perspective, just like the Buddha's envious cousin was his former teacher, Trump voters can teach me about myself. This doesn't mean I give diehard MAGAs and white supremacists a pass. I will never do that. What it means is I should look within to see how the attitudes of people who voted for Trump mirror some of my own. More and more people are going to wish that they could hop in a time machine and unvote for Trump. As angry as I am about their choice, I know I've done things that caused harm, sometimes serious harm, things I wish I could take back. Fortunately, each one of us can always create a new reality, starting from this moment, by changing our thoughts, words, and physical actions, our karma, into those of the person we really want to be. When we change the world. The quotes that I read here are from the Lotus Sutra and its opening and closing chapters, translated by Burton Watson, published in 2009, and the writings of Nichiren Daishonin, Volume 1. You can read both of these books and the Soka Gakkai Dictionary of Buddhism at nichirenlibrary.org. I'm a Nichiren Buddhist, so I pray by chanting the title of the Lotus Sutra in Sanskrit, Nam, and Japanese, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. This translates as devotion to the wonderful law of the lotus flower teaching of the Buddha. Thank you for listening. Again, my Substack is Lotus Sutra Buddhism.substack.com. Please go there and subscribe, and you'll get my post in email.